KDB. KDB. That beat is fire.
Beats Planet.
And we are back.
Well, come on inside and get yourself something cool to drink.
Pew. Shouts out to the viewers of the show. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for being here. We had a Cowboys State of the Union town hall meeting. Shouts out to all 30 Cowboy content creators in there. Appreciate you. Shouts out to Boss Cowboy J Tuck putting that together. Appreciate you. It's always lovely when we can come together one time before the season and, right before the work gets started. Today's work getting started, by the way. We all come together before the work gets started and things of that nature. We got stuff to break down. Will Steele's finally here. No longer of the days where we're scrapping for content, man. But, we always say this. It's easier now. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have to make up anything. We don't have to produce our own content. This is the time of year where the content makes itself. We just got to show up and talk. There's a lot more of it, but we just get to show up and talk, and that's the fun part about it. Now, we are a well-oiled machine here at Voch Lombardi Live. Okay, so we're gonna have a little format going starting next week. Okay, so we're gonna get a game Sunday. Monday we're gonna show up and recap it. I'm going to recap it in a post-game show in a very fan type of way. I'm either going to be way up here or I'm going to be way down here. But when Monday gets around, you're going to get Sober Voch, Sober Sky, and we're going to break down the game for what it is. We're going to watch film. Then you're going to get film on Tuesday. The opposite team's defense on Wednesday. The opposite team's opposite team's defense on Wednesday. The other one on Thursday. And it's going to be a well-oiled machine, and it's going to be fun. I'm going to format those in a way of like asking 5 questions, right? Or just 5 talking points that I'm going to talk about on the opposite team. And today we're going to talk about Giants defense. I got a lot of things to talk about. Will Steele, if ever you have a point, sir, just pick up your pen and go, and I'll see you. I'll see you. You know what I mean? I'll see you, and I'll know you'll have something to add to this. But besides that, we just gonna boogie. You feel me?
I'm just gonna.
It's my turn. You told me it was my turn.
Shouts out to you, my guy. I'm your host, by the way.
Hey, Bucky.
And this is just a mixtape.
VOCHLOMBARDI, and I'm being point guarded by the best in business, Master William Skywalker Steele.
Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean. Earn your keep.
I thought you had a button, but I ain't see you reaching. I ain't see you reach.
I was about to, man. Hold on, here we go.
That's enough damn salt there, Willie.
No more Big Willie. My game is grown. Prefer you call me William.
We the best in the business, man. What you want me to say, dog? Shouts out to you. Like I said, today we're talking about the Giants defense, and we kind of got 5 points that we're gonna go over. 5 questions, 5 statements. You know, this is all a work in progress. By the time we get to week 6, this will be perfect. I promise. I do have a sound clip though. I'm just gonna run this real fast. Shouts out to Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin, Skip Bayless. They had a little show this morning. They was talking about the Cowboys, and I'm gonna start off talking about the Cowboys offensive line versus the Giants. And Keyshawn had a very interesting point. We was talking about our Cowboys offensive line. Will, Still, can you just put yourself on the screen so I can see you, please? So everybody
Why?
Motherfucker,
for what?
Just so we can all see, just so me and everybody see. Here's Keyshawn Johnson talking about the Cowboys offensive line.
Underrated, because when you look at it, like Michael said, if they are healthy across the board, if they could stay healthy 14 of the 17 games, I think they do well. Okay, I think they will do well. When you talk about Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith in Big Dish, in Zach Martin, and
Wait.
Huh?
You gotta think.
What happened? Wait. What happened with it? What was that?
How did I miss that this morning?
Huh?
Did he say Big Dish?
What did he say? What did he say? Hold on, Wilson. We'll just run it back. Hold on. Stay on screen, Wilson. Hold on. What did he say?
Underrated.
Just listen. Okay, wait.
Because when you look at it, like Michael said, if they are healthy across the board, if they could stay healthy 14 of the 17 games,
left tackle,
I think they do well. Okay, I think they will do well. When you talk about Tyron Smith and Tyler Smith in Big Dish, in Zach Martin and Terrence, you got to think that the skills that they do.
Oh, wait, I missed that. Will, serious, for real. Hold on, Big Dish is yo.
Will,
I ain't never heard it that bad.
Let me tell you something. I'll take badass.
Right, badass is fine.
I'll take badass. Then I thought about Marv, Sky. I'll take Blottish.
I take Blottish.
Because sometimes with like 2 I each, right? That's why we call it, because capital I look like L.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll take Blottish.
Big Dish.
What? Where you get that from?
Bam, where is the D? Or where's the G? Where's the G?
Will said, I thought about it, right? You remember in Menace to Society when Mr. Butler came to the barbecue and O'Dog asked Keisha for a plate? Listen, Will.
Hey, Keisha, bring Mr. Butler a plate.
So he didn't
size plate, Keisha.
So look, Mr. Butler didn't want a small plate. He wanted a
bigger dish.
He wanted a bigger dish.
He wanted a bigger dish.
Get off, log off. That was good.
I get it, Will. Still,
he wanted a bigger dish.
He wanted a bigger dish, Will. No, with just so much hate in the world, Will. Still, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's just so many evil people in the world. Will, what do you call a Will? What do you call a person that's being a bigot?
Bigger dish.
Will, Scott.
What makes it so great is Keyshawn just keeps going, and nobody says anything. This is how I know they don't really be watching Cowboys for real. Because I couldn't hold that in if I was on the bench.
Because look, Will, if it was our show, I'd be like, what is that? What his name is? You know what I'm saying?
Bigger dish.
Did you hear what I said?
Will, Still, I had to share that with you.
Nah, I'd have been on the hook.
It's my turn.
Wait a minute now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
now
that's good.
We're gonna have our challenges with this Giants defensive line, Will. Still, you got Tyron and Terrence at tackle. You got Tyler and Zach at guard, and then you got
Big edition.
You got big edition. I said Will Steele.
Would you show me that today?
Oh shit, Will Steele. You got old big edition. Chat, if we entertaining you, leave a like. I don't ask for nothing else. Just drop flames, leave a like.
He is no longer Pro Bowl Tyler Biadasz. He is now Pro Bowl.
Big, it's way down here.
Big dish. All right, big dish.
It's way down.
Big edition.
It's way down there. All right, Will Steele. I did want to talk about the Cowboys offensive line first. I need a swig of water. Hold on. I did want to talk about my Cowboys offensive line first versus Giants.
Okay.
Now, the one thing I don't want people to do, Will, I don't want people to ask us when we do this weekly thing of ours. Right?
Hold on. I'm so sorry.
Please, what did chat say? Did they got to be saying something?
Other L say, Tyler, look at this.
Look at this.
Yo, we supposed to be starting off the
Can
season.
we do a show, please?
We supposed to start off the season right.
Can we do a show, please?
Oh, that man, Tiger Bangladesh. Oh. Sound like the ops for real. We going to war on Tyler. Anyway,
Will,
go ahead.
can we please
sorry.
do it?
You're right. I'm sorry.
I don't want people to ask me for any type of predictions, Will Steele. Because in my mind, if we're healthy and we're playing Cowboy football, there's not a team that I can't see us beating. Right?
Yeah.
Whether it's the Kansas City Chiefs, the Philadelphia Eagles, because I'm saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like no matter what the team is, Will Steele, I feel like we are talented enough. I think we're good enough top to bottom. I think our coaching has improved, our player personnel has improved. I don't foresee a world where we can't compete with any team, let alone a team that we've been beating the shit out of as long as our quarterback been healthy since his rookie year, since 2016, Will Steele. But that doesn't mean that this win won't come with challenges, right? I'm confident that we can beat the Giants, but there's going to be challenges, right? Anytime you want to put hands on an offense, you can do so in the front seven. You can do so with your D-line, with your pass rushes, things of that nature. I ain't worried about the Thibodeaux character too much, but I am open to see how he can affect the game. But mostly Dexter Lawrence is a guy that I'm looking, now I know that.
So you and Foot's gonna be fighting later then.
But Foot ain't worried about Dexter Lawrence at all?
No, he's worried about Tibbs. And honestly, I'll push back on you in a second, but he's in there too. Go ahead.
Tibbs will be fine. But I don't see Tibbs being a guy that can ruin it like Dexter can. Like Dexter can ruin all this shit for me. Personally, I think he can ruin all this shit for me. I just trust in my offensive linemen and how they move. And so look, this comes down to, can we run up the middle and can we run outside, right? If Tibbs is going to be like your outside type defender or whatever, I feel good about the athleticism of my offensive linemen to be able to deal with that run game wise. Even pass rush. Now, game 2 last year, I believe, or game 1, I think it was 2. Thibodeaux was beating the shit out of Tyler Smith, Will Steele. That's Tyron Smith. We'll see what that looks like this year. But Dexter Lawrence is a scary dude. On top of Ashawn Robinson, on top of Leonard Williams, right?
Yeah.
That's where this matchup is. Am I saying that this is a mountain that we can't climb? I'm not saying that, because I think we can whoop everybody. Zach and Tyler Smith can whoop anybody. Big dish. I think Big dish with those guys to his left and his right. I think he can overcome challenges like that, because we always see Big dish overcome challenges like that.
He had some fights with Dex. He had some fights. He won some.
Yeah.
He lost some.
Sure.
But in that second matchup, at the very least, he had some fights.
Shouts out to Aisha. She's boots on the ground with it. She tapped Tyler Smith on the shoulder, and I'll let y'all go to her social media, Twitter, and read up on all of her quotes so that she can get the engagement. But Tyler Smith is ready. Tyler Smith he's not worried about this matchup. He's excited for this matchup. So I'm confident Will Steele, but if anything goes awry, I think he'll be one of the pieces where it could go awry. Dexter is a dude, but we got dudes too. As far as our O-line versus how they could pass rush us, I got a lot of confidence in this. Dexter Lawrence moves well for a big dude. He's more of a pocket pushy guy, but if you can sit down on him, you're fine. And if he's gonna if he's gonna deal with anybody, it's gonna be one of our guards. Zach or Tyler. You know what I'm saying? I just feel good about those dudes dealing with power. If anything, Wink can like throw some weird gap exchange type stuff. But what makes me feel good about what he'll do is that we got a veteran crew of offensive linemen that have played together. Will Steele. So Terrence Steele got his money. Shouts out to you and your family getting richer, Will Steele. Terrence and Zach have seen everything in game. Zach and they've seen everything in game, right? Tyler Smith and Tyler Biotish plus Tyron, they have played together 3 or 4 games with Tyler as a left guard plus 2 off seasons. So a lot of that is going to come down to communication, us playing together. And I always talk about continuity versus better dudes, but if this is a line full of our best dudes, then yes, continuity is important. So I think our continuity versus those gap exchanges or any type of stunts or weird blitzes that we're going to see, because we're going to see them.
Yes.
I think that our line can handle it. You know what I'm saying? I think our line is built to handle it. Now, if you want to talk about Tony Pollard as a pass blocker and him picking up the extra linebacker type guy, sure, I have that conversation with you. That's something that we're very confident in Zeke in picking up the extra linebacker, no matter where he's coming from. But I don't think that's the thing that's going to beat you in this game necessarily. Speaking of blitzes, Will Steele. Oh, go ahead. You had something? I saw you pick up your pen. Yes.
No, I'm saying, yeah, he's going to put the pressure on TP
Sure.
and all those running backs to make a decision for sure. Yep.
Hey, Hunter Lipke crew, if this is where y'all want him and his pass blocking to shine, how about it, fan base? This would be a great time for him to step up and do a thing if y'all have faith in the
For what it's worth, TP did a fantastic job in that second game.
I agree, Will Steele. But I got to shit on the, not even shit on, but just poke fun at the Hunter Lipke fan crew. I just mentioned Martindale and his blitzing, right? He gonna do it. It's gonna happen. I want to say the number's over like 50% or something like that. I could be wrong.
I know that's really high. It was close though, 40%, 39% for the time he blitzed, which was number 1 in the league. Yeah.
Cool. I was close. I was eyeballing my best.
I mean, it felt like it. You know why it feels like it if you don't mind?
Because every other play.
Well, almost technically. Technically, almost every other play. But it feels like it, Voch, because he does this thing, man, where maybe I got to bring you up here. He does this thing where he will show 7 defenders at the line of scrimmage. Mm-hmm. So it looks like it might be cover 0. You don't know what it's going to be.
Sure.
And next thing you know, he is quite literally sending 4. Yeah. So it looks like a blitz because you might got a fake stunt. He might make you look left. Meanwhile, he's pushing your pocket to the right and having a guy loop around or having a middle linebacker blitz. So he's only really rushing 3 defensive linemen, and he has a linebacker or a safety blitzing, and he's got the defensive end dropping. This guy's crazy. Yeah. This guy's an absolute nut. I posted and I'll bring it up here for you guys to see. He did I've never seen a stunt like this in my life. Now, it didn't work, but Wink, he reminds me, who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Rob Ryan on crack.
Yeah.
Like you get somebody on crack, they got some superhuman strength, but for the most part, it ain't good for you. Right. So there's a lot that he can do well with his scheme to hide his deficiencies. But man, there's holes in there that you can hit if your offensive line recognizes it and if you pick it up right. Your quarterback too, because your quarterback is going to play a key component in dealing with that free rusher. Well, look at Will Steele being Segway Jones. Hey man, we got Dak Prescott. Yep, Will Steele. We got Dak Prescott. And he's the offense coordinator this year, Will Steele. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's all in his hands. He got the whole world in his hands. And we talking about a dude, Will, that identifies it. He sees it before it happens. Communicates it well. Here we go. I love what he say. I love that. Here we go, bro. I'll be walking around the crib saying that shit. Oh, Will. I love here we go. What's up? Why? Will Steele, what's so good about here we go? It's different. We're so used to a different cadence for decades. You don't normally hear here we go, but man, it's here we go. That motherfucker walk around, start pointing. Here we go, and I'm like, dog. I just know we in the best play. I'm about to replace my 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Will Steele. Will Steele, sir. Just when I hear here we go, I just know we're in the right protection. I just know we're in the best play. I just got faith that just Dak sees everything when he says here we go.
You know what I'm saying? But it's by the numbers. Like I said, I'm not by the numbers guy when it comes to stats and numbers. I'm eye test guy.
Got you.
But I'm film guy. But when Dak says here we go versus blitzes, Matt Owen Will and them know they got the numbers. Dak gets busy versus blitzes, sir. Busy versus blitzes. All we got to do is see it, and all my offensive line and my running back and all they got to do is make the adjustment, and we can protect it. Or Dak will see it and we'll throw against it. Or Dak will see it and we'll make an adjustment to it. We'll still like what better quarterback than like a mental processing type guy, right? You know what I'm saying? There are quarterbacks that can beat you with just raw skill. But then there's the mental processing dudes. And if we're gonna play against the Giants, they try to do a bunch of Jedi mind tricks and shit. Dak is the guy for that. And as long as he's healthy, and he's shown this, Will still long as he's healthy, he just kind of has the Giants' numbers in it. You know, he just has your number in this way. And if you're gonna try to beat Dak Prescott, you're gonna have to like out-player us or like out-talent us. And I just don't see the Giants out-talenting us or anything like that. So when it comes down to the mind games, Will still just the fact that we have 4, I feel good about our chances, Will still. Also, since we're talking about blitzes, there's going to be a heavy emphasis on me talking about blitzing today because I'm not saying that that's everything that defense is. You know what I'm saying? They rely on different things, Will still, but a lot of football, Will still, wins and losses come down to a handful of plays, right? 3 or 4 plays, whatever. So if you're blitzing and we can identify it, you're leaving like this weak spot somewhere. That's the nature of blitzing. Yep. You're living and dying by can you get pressure or not? So if you can get this pressure picked up and identified, there's a hole somewhere. And we know how Dak get down. Speaking of holes somewhere, if you're blitzing, it's going to be a cover 0 look. It's going to be a cover 1 look. Either one of those. One day we'll have a conversation, not me and you, but me and whoever may not be savvy with coverages or whatever. Maybe one day on my Patreon or just some film session, or when we get the Giants film, we'll have a conversation about cover 1 and cover 0. Will still, I started writing down different cover 1, cover 0, and blitz beaters, right? I just wrote it down, or I put it in my phone, right? You can beat it with quick game. You can beat it with route running. You can beat it with crossing routes, screens, and also, Will still, let me get my war call ready for this. You can beat the shit with pick and rub routes. Will.
Yeah.
You can pick on young corners that's on an island and cover 0 on 1 with picks and rub routes. Damn, new offense. Ain't that something, Will still? We just happen to be
screens. You brought up screens. That's going to be part of it too.
Oh, sir, everything we did in preseason, everything we've been working on in practice, it just seems like, hey, we're just execution away from beating the shit out of this type of defense, Will still. This ain't me hyping nobody up. Y'all look at the footage. Look at the footage. That's how you be blitzing. Also, too, Will still, one of the most important ways, you know, when I was a young OC or a young assistant OC, graduate assistant, when I went to OC school, they just, they just, hey man, if they gonna blitz you and cover 0, you just throw it deep. Just throw it on them. Just throw it deep. And if you have speed to the outside versus these types of coverages, Will still, God bless them. War call again. We got Brandon Cooks. Now, Will still, how in the devil did we beat this with Noah Brown and all curls? I don't know. I don't know how we did it, Will still.
Because we dink and dunked essentially. Now we did get some chunk plays to Michael Gallup. I think in that second or third quarter, I can't remember what it was, but boy, the concept sucked in that game. It was awful.
I am so curious to see how Martindale adjusts his play calling to our speed. You know what I'm saying? Michael Parsons has this quote that we always go back to. You know, like these teams play a certain way, but then they see us and then they play totally different.
Mm-hmm. There's
no way. And look, they got young corners too. I remember watching film on Deontay Banks and Trey, what's his name, from Old Dominion. They're both similar type guys, right? Like they're the super athlete guy, but they got the mental processing thing. They gamble a little bit, you know what I mean? They may not see it the best, right? When you got 2 young corners like that versus West Coast, versus 4, You know what I'm saying? And all this starts to come together, and they just on this island with a savvy guy like Brandon Cooks.
I'm about to say versus Brandon Cooks and,
Yes.
and CeeDee Lamb, a healthier Gallup, possibly Tolbert. It's a different ball game, Voch. I tweeted the arrogance and how much he played cover one in that matchup because they didn't fear Michael Gallup or Noah Brown. There's just no way, bro, that you can play that much cover one with Brandon Cooks out there. You just can't do it.
Cordell Flat not gonna save you. Right? These guys not gonna save you. Dog, another point on attacking cover zero. They know we got Tony Pollard, right? They know there's gonna be some type of matchup, you know, with their linebackers versus Tony Pollard, who's one of our most explosive players. Will Steele. If I had to bet 20 to a donut, I'm banking on 2 to 3 big plays passing game alone. Passing game alone, Tony Pollard in some type of mismatch. There's no way Wink Martindale can do the same thing that he does last year, Will Steele.
But he don't change his stripes.
He don't, but shit. From Noah to Cooks, from Zeke to Tony, there's from Gallup to better Gallup, there's no way Will Steele. We can't see the same Martindale type scheme and defense versus our guys Sunday.
I think we will early, bro. I think early he will. And here's what they have going for them. It's week one. Week one, your teams ain't been playing. There's no film. There's no tendencies to go off of. You'll see some different things than you saw last year. Dak hasn't been hit yet. Offensive line hasn't played together. We're still getting into the swing of things. So that's, in my opinion, the best thing they got going for them, aside from obviously the front seven, the personnel. Because the secondary is super suspect. It'll be up to Wink Martindale to protect that. Now, if you float it up there, if Xavier McKinney, he can make a play, right? If you're not gonna, make the right reads, but like you said, and we talked about behind the scenes, Dak Prescott in that game, 72 QBR, 70% completion rate. He made all the right reads in that game, even including the interceptions. He had a 72 QBR. Man. You know what I'm saying? He completed 70% of his passes, and he was pretty much reading everything correctly. Now, he was getting hit. Tyler Smith struggled. Like I said, Wink Martindale will make your offensive line think, but you got a veteran like Dak back there with these weapons. Wink is going to have to get home or disguise it like crazy, or it could end up being a long day.
And we're going to talk about the offense tomorrow. Will Steele talked about the offense this morning on A to Z. Y'all, please go to A to Z Dallas on YouTube, hit the sub button, and check out Will Steele 8:30, 10:30 in the morning. Our shows kind of bounce off each other. So he did offense this morning. Please go and listen to him and watch the film. I don't like the Giants enough to watch film and bring the shit. I'm just going to talk about it. But what me and Will do, like we just bounce ideas off each other. Like, it's the precursor, right? So just go and watch him in the morning. Come watch me in the evenings or whatever, and then go watch him again in the morning, then come back, and it just turns into a flowing thing. Please watch Will in the morning. Will, we're going to talk about Daniel Jones tomorrow. I don't think Daniel Jones got enough firepower to deal with this offense or whatever. And look, like I said, we're going to talk about it tomorrow, and I badly want to shit on Daniel Jones right now. Daboll's the guy, but I badly want to shit on Daniel Jones right now. If this turns into a thing where we can figure out Wink's defense early, and we get points on the board early, and Daniel Jones has to stop his running quarterback thing, or we stop the Saquon. I ain't gonna get into it. But just from a Cowboys offense perspective, we can get high early and coast later because we're putting the other offense into a trap, basically, right? And we always talked about this last year, Will. But it's really gonna come to light this year. How fast can we make the other team have to throw? That's the point. So and I'm only saying that because we talked about Cowboys offense today. If we could be efficient and put points on the board early and start to run the ball late and kill time and make that other team be aggressive, that only makes our defense even better. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. My last point I have for the day, Will Steele, which is a question, and I said this is all going to be questions, but
it happens.
Does Adoree Jackson still play nickel? Because CeeDee Lamb still play slot? Darnay Holmes sitting around, but CD beat the shit out of him too. Sky.
Answer would be yes.
Man, when we was talking about all of our best receiver matchups, this the one. This is the one to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have confidence we're going to beat the shot them to the outside and route running and things of that nature. But we know what it looks like. We know what CeeDee Lamb versus Adoree Jackson looks like. And Adoree Jackson looks like a cornerback too, playing in the slot. It is what it is. CeeDee Lamb looks like one of the best wide receivers in the league playing in the slot. And they pay for it every single time. I'm expecting CeeDee to have an outrageous game, Will Steele. I expect CeeDee to get his targets. And I was I just typed in CeeDee Lamb or Adoree Jackson just to relive the mess. And just look, Will, apparently Giants media have been asking Adoree Jackson or whatever, and he's talking about, yeah, man, I'm ready for the rematch or whatever, you know. So I've been thinking about the da-da-da, you know what I mean? And I'm like, dog, CeeDee Lamb didn't even think about this, dog. CeeDee Lamb in the back just shooting dice, just minding his business, and Adoree Jackson just worried about what Lamb is gonna do in the rematch. And I'm guessing, just based on the article, Will Steele, they're making Adoree Jackson play slot because they got two young outside corners doing outside corner things. So what that tells me is that, oh well, so CeeDee whooped Adoree when he was playing slot sometimes. So Adoree's gonna play slot full time now and chase CeeDee around when he's playing slot.
I don't think anybody can see him in the slot, so that don't even concern me.
Facts, I agree, but I know what it looks like.
Yeah,
CeeDee
we got
versus
film of him getting whooped. Yeah,
I've seen it. It ain't cute. That shit ain't cute. That shit ain't cute, Will Steele.
I just hope we don't overdo him in the slot up the seam. Because one thing you do notice, and it ain't just the Giants, but just sticking to the Giants, they picked up on that shit, bro. Oh, they picked up on that. I mean, there was times where they would have almost 3 levels of defenders. One, atop of CeeDee Lamb, one on CeeDee Lamb, and one below CeeDee Lamb up the seam, because they just knew Kellen Moore, if CeeDee Lamb did not motion, he was running up the seam from the slot. That's just what it was.
Yeah. Those are my 5 points, man. Did anybody call in? I know I told y'all to call in. Calling numbers 202-926-1127. Yeah, we got some calls. Numbers right here, whatever. But those are my 5 points, though, Will, still. And I sound confident talking about it or whatever, because I don't think the Giants have done enough to change the talent on their team or whatever. Like I said, they got a coach over there being Superman.
Yeah.
I have no faith in Daniel Jones. No faith in Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is going to keep some drives going with his legs. Cool. We'll talk about offense tomorrow, but Saquon really ain't even a guy that went crazy versus us with less Cowboys defense talent. With less Cowboys defense talent, Saquon wasn't really a guy that went crazy on us. You know what I'm saying? I foresee that being a better shutdown type effort. And if Dan gonna have to beat us with his arm, dog, I just don't see it. But just my final point on Cowboys offense versus Giants defense, it's mostly in the hands of 4. And most of my conversations this year, when we talk about these defenses, Will, still it comes down to 4. It comes down to 4. Can we keep 4 safe? Is 4 going to put us in the best positions? Can 4 do X, Y? It's going to be on 4. And I got more faith in 4 than the casual Cowboy hater. So if it comes down to 4 versus Daniel Jones, I'm taking 4. But we'll talk about the Cowboys defense tomorrow, which I think could be a more dominant display. If anything, I think the Cowboys offense versus the defense, the Giants defense, I think the Cowboys have, kind of
more of a fight.
Sure. But Cowboys defense versus Giants, I think Cowboys defense is going to beat the shit out the Giants offense. That's just how I feel. So there we go on that. Chat, we don't do predictions because I feel like we're going to beat the shit out of everybody. So that's just how I feel. Let's get into the phone. Did you have any closing thoughts on Cowboys offense before I get in the phones? I
think we covered most of it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it pretty good. All right, let's get Reek on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, Reek?
Unmute yourself, Reek.
Reek? Right. We're going to come back to Reek.
Okay.
He wasn't ready. Like I said, y'all call in at 202-926-1127, access code 309104. We're talking about Cowboys offense versus Giants defense today. What up, Los?
Hey, good afternoon, Voch. Good afternoon, Sky.
Cool,
my guy. Great afternoon. Hey, it's football week, man. It ain't nothing much better than Cowboys playing on a Sunday night, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And, like you said, open on Daniel Jones, especially. But hey, we'll see that for tomorrow.
Yeah.
But quickly on offense, I mean, I always said that we always play better when Dak is up tempo and doing audibles. And I've always said when he's in play action or, in his tempo and like using screens or mobile, slant, basically quick game mixed with deep action, it's a recipe for success. And, I think we're going to test that theory out maybe game one.
Yeah.
But as long as you just beat the Giants, because like I told Scott, it doesn't matter if we start off slow. I don't care if we win by 1. I don't care if we win by 14. As long as the dub is a dub, right? And we just keep going for the momentum and keep building on the blocks to success. That's all I want, Voch.
Man.
And you tell me your thoughts on that. Peace out.
Man, Los, I feel that, bro. But if we don't beat the shit out the Giants, I might feel away. You know what I'm saying? Like, we having close fights. Like, if it came down to like 3 points or something like that, then I might 10 points is cool, like 7, you know what I mean? But if it's a close game, it's like 7, man, come on, man. This is a team that we should be beating the shot of, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of their playoff experience or whatever, they just letting everybody in the damn playoffs nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
It was a 15-point game with 8 seconds left.
Yeah.
In the second game. And that was a game where the Cowboys had 2 turnovers, right? Dak threw 2 interceptions in the first half. And we missed a field goal to go up 31-13. It should have been 31-13 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left in that game. Instead, it was 28-13, and they scored with 8 seconds. So that game was a blowout. I feel like it should be. It has potential to do the same thing as long as we don't beat ourselves.
Have you been seeing Giants fans lately, Will Steele? And how they been acting on the internet?
Nah, I don't. I kind of interact with one Giant fan and I respect him a lot. And that's authentic. Other than that, I don't really.
Shouts out to authentic, man. But I just been looking at a bunch of the dialogue. I haven't been reacting to anything or quote tweeting anything because I just think that's a waste of time at this point and a waste of my engagement, to be fair. But boy, they don't respect Dak Prescott, and I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect what Dak has been doing to him. I know.
How do you lose 10 times to somebody in a row and don't respect them?
No clue.
That makes no sense. If it's one fan base, I shouldn't be saying anything about Dak Prescott. It's the Giants.
And look, Will, this is how fair I am, right? A couple weeks ago, I defended Sam Howell because at least he beat Dak recently. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, man, Sam Howell beat Dak. Daniel Jones, he ain't never beat Dak, ever. So
beat Andy Dalton.
I can understand like Giants fans like rooting for their guys. I would love it if they would just root for their guys. Hey, man, we're going to go out there and try our best. Verse 4, you know what I'm saying? Like a cool little approach would be fine, man. But dog, like the idea that Dak is a dude is funny to them, and that's hilarious to me. That's hysterical to me. But I ain't gonna spend a whole bunch of time talking about Giants. It just happened to be Giants week, but shit. Let's get let's try Reek again. Reek, what up?
Yeah.
There you go.
Reek.
Damn, Reek.
Yeah, because the data first, like my account be on the first. But the money is already sent. The money is already sent. So they want to charge you 2 times.
Hey, dog,
Oh, man, something illegal going on.
They
talking about money. Hold on.
Exactly.
Whatever motherfucker say exactly, you know it's trouble, dog.
You ain't shit.
That motherfucker said exactly.
This is dumb right now.
We're gonna come back to Reek. Oh, he said, "Okay, that helps." Yo, Reek.
Yo, I'm there. Hey, man.
Huh?
I'm at work, man.
I bet you are, motherfucker.
Big addition.
I bet you are working, motherfucker.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, he got that work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all I gotta say is this, and I'm gonna get up off here.
Yeah, please get back
I'm
to
not
the
really
deal.
worried about the Giants, man. I think as long as their offensive line slow up that rush and their defensive line, we shouldn't really have no problems with these rookies, man. My thing is, let's get the running game going, the play action game going, and throwing the ball down the field. I really don't see what they're gonna do with us because, like you guys been saying to me for a minute, Dak Prescott is number one against one of the best quarterbacks against the blitz, and that's all they're gonna do is try to blitz us and try to get a couple of turnovers. Yeah. I think if we get a few turnovers and get ahead in that game, we can put them boys to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna holler at y'all later, Sky and Voch.
Don't rush me off the phone. Don't rush me off the phone now. You normally have long calls.
Oh, I got to. I got to.
Boy, look, Reek was up there saying he was up there talking about money, but he said exactly. I ain't never trusted nobody that said exactly and they smacked furniture. No, sir. No, sir.
He right about one thing though, the play action. Cooper Rush, they ran play action more than they ever did under Kellen Moore, I think, in the last 3 seasons, whether it be with Rush, whether it be Gilbert, whether it be a Nucci, Dak, whomever. That first game, they ran play action at a high rate, and it was successful. The second game, they ran play action and it worked, but it wasn't nearly as much as they did in week 1. So I'm all about play action for sure.
Yeah, 100%, Mr. Wolf. Let's get Hunter Grant on the phone. What's up, Hunter Grant?
I'm chilling. So what we gonna do about Aaron Rodgers? What we gonna do about them?
Hey man, look, we're not looking past any opponent. We're gonna respect.
Listen here. Come on, man. You really?
Hey man.
Come on, that game already over, dog. That's a dub already. Man.
I respect everybody.
The Giants we talking about.
It
man.
is.
It ain't about looking past an opponent. It's like, come on, that's your little brother trying to beat you up. You just gonna take his head, you just gonna mush him to the side. That's what we doing to the Giants. It's the Giants content creators and fans. Oh, this is a big game, and we can beat the Cowboys, and we're gonna this the game that's gonna show the world that the Giants is here, and that's gonna take the NFC East and all this and that. That's them talking about that. That ain't us. We ain't worried about the Giants.
Hunter Grant.
Come on, man. This isn't no contest. Dak Prescott is about to be 11-0 against them boys. 11-0. But and here's another thing. It's the Giants that's like, oh, we can't wait for Trey Lance to take Dak Prescott's spot, so Dak Prescott can leave. So
of course that's what the fuck they want. They don't shop,
you know what I'm saying? That like it's Giants content creators that's saying that. Now, if that don't spell fear, I don't know what does it.
Hey man,
they know what time it is when Dak Prescott roll up in the MetLife. They already know it's your daddy, man. It's your daddy coming in there with the belt, ready to get the spanking.
Hey,
that's
man.
What's about to happen.
Hey,
up, my turn. Talk about.
Hey man, 100 grand, bro. Shouts out to anybody making their money talking about football and all that. I don't really tune into many different content creators. And look, to give you credit for this, 100 grand. I will say that the Giants are a lesser plate and the Jets are a
bigger dish.
I will say that. I will say that 100 grand. But we still have to respect everybody because it's the National Football League. And look, they get paid just like we get, just like we get paid. But they're gonna have to show me how much better they've gotten. And I think we were a team that was better than them last year by leaps and bounds, and our offseason acquisitions were better than theirs. So I don't foresee this world where Darren Waller is enough to turn Daniel Jones into a Pro Bowl passer. I just don't see it.
No, and they talking about Jalen Hyatt. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Do we start?
They gonna be so disappointed. Voch.
It won't take long.
My boy, they talking about Jalen Hyatt. Oh, he's wearing number 13. Oh, he gonna come out. He the next Odell Beckham. Oh, he's supposed to be better than him. He's so fast and all this and that.
Disrespectful.
Come on, man. We've seen this before, man. It's not gonna end well. It's not.
Yeah, I feel you, 100 grand. What else you got for us? That's all you got for us today?
Man, that's all I got, man. That's it.
I appreciate you, my guy. Salute. Yeah, man. We're still, I don't do a whole bunch of watching other content creators because, I'm not to say that anybody makes bad content. It's just that the content that they're producing, I'm just not interested in. Like, why would I go listen to?
Yeah.
Why would I go listen to Giants fans? You know what I'm saying? I would much rather just do some research on my side. You know what I mean? And shouts out to anybody too. I mean, there's some Giants fans that's in our chat right now. Shouts out to them, but I mean, why are you making yourself mad? There's no way you thought I was gonna come in here and say Dave Jones for the beat the shot. There's no way you thought I was gonna say that. There's no way. So I don't know why you come up here. 757, what's up? Who this?
What's good, Voch? What's good, Sky?
What's good, player? Who this?
This D. This is my first time calling the your show. I called in the Sky show only one time, so you can say I'm a
fairly new caller, but I listen to y'all every single day. So
appreciate you,
I'm
D.
part of the fan for sure.
Appreciate you, D. Salute for supporting and all that good stuff, player. Thank you. What you got for us today?
Yeah, so I mean, Deion got me hyped. You know, the rejected will be respected, and that will be that Ferguson. So I mean, I just
hold on,
see,
time out, dog. Time
what
out.
you guys
Wait.
have to say
Hold
about
up,
that.
my guy.
Big addition.
Say that again. What you said?
The rejected will be respected.
Did you hear what I said?
Come on, man. Come on, D. Come on, you spitting now. Come on. Keep going. Go ahead.
So I have 3 plays. If we get 3, that's fine. But the first 2, the one will be Dak. I think Dak has been disrespected. I mean, all his career. I mean, that's, you know, the most hated, the most respected quarterback in the NFL. We all know that. The fact that they have Jalen Hurts, the number 2 quarterback, in 1 year is blowing my mind. Blowing my mind. I think this year Dak will gain his respect, and there won't be any more chat. It's like the Carson Wentz. This is gonna go. You know, it's gonna evaporate. No one's talking about Carson Wentz no more.
Right.
You know, once upon a time he was number 3, I think, in the top 100. Once upon a time he was better than Dak, and now I don't think he has a team. So I don't think that's gonna happen with Jalen Hurts. But I think people will finally realize Hurts is not on Dak's level. It's gonna take him a couple of years to get on Dak's level. So I mean, what do you have to say about that?
That is a what if type of question, and I like to deal in facts. So I feel like Dak is a better quarterback, but we're just gonna have to let the season play out, and I hope Dak gets to play against Hurts 2 times. I think that'll be, you know, that'll be great for the arguments. You know what I'm saying? But sure, we'll see.
And I mean, Jake Ferguson, he's a major what if, but I feel like he's also being, you know, kind of.
I think Jake about to go crazy.
And you know, Cowboy land, you know, us, you know, as fans, we're just looking at, you know, everybody saying, you know, Luke Schoonmaker, or we need a tight end. I mean, Jake Ferguson is sitting right there. And my bold prediction, I think he's going to have the best tight end year since Jason's Witten's best year.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Hey, Schultz had
is that crazy?
yards.
Go ahead, Winston.
Look, I love Schultz, and I think he'll be an addition, an upgrade. But it's just too many. Or Ferguson, I'm sorry, but Schultz had 800-yard, 8 touchdown season a couple years ago, and I just think there's a lot of weapons right now. So you're basically saying 1,000-yard season and like 10 touchdowns. That's hard to do when you like the 5th option, bro.
And honestly, honestly, man, Ferguson is gonna come and go as Dak kind of takes him. You know what I mean? Like Dak will control his destiny. I don't think we're gonna build a game plan around Ferguson like we would a Tony or a CD or a Brandon Cooks or whatever. So Ferguson gonna get his. He'll be a good tight end this year. But I don't think he's gonna be like our Travis Kelce or nothing. Even though Travis Kelce would be like Travis Kelce.
Yeah, and see where I'm going with that is, and I'm saying Dalton Schultz at 800 yards. Dalton Schultz.
Okay.
Yeah, in the season where he was like the 3rd option.
Also, I think Jake Ferguson is good for at least 300, 200 more yards than Dalton Schultz. And I don't think he'll get 1,000, but I do think he'll be our 3rd leading receiver, you know, in a rotation. It'll be, you know, CeeDee, Cooks, and Jake Ferguson.
I think 700 yards and 6 touchdowns is a fantastic year for Jake Ferguson.
Now that does change things. If he believes Ferguson's going to be number 3,
have more yards than Dalton, but I think he'll definitely be more effective.
So you got Ferguson being better than Gallup?
Yes, this year, yes. I mean, like as far as like yardage wise,
sure.
You know,
I don't even have. See, I've got it. Obviously, Cooks, Lamb. I don't think so. I'm not even. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Lamb, Cooks, Gallup, TP, and then the tight end. You know, Jake Ferguson. And I'm a huge Jake Ferguson fan, but I'm about context. Schultz was the number 3 option, a lot of the times number 2 in 2021, where he had 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. You're going from being the 2-3 to 4-5. You know what I mean? That's sheesh. If he gets 1,000 yards and 8 tutties, bro, either one or 2 things happen. Somebody got hurt, or multiple people, or Jake Ferguson. Crazy. Yeah, Dak going absolutely.
Dak going for 5.
Nuts.
That's you know what? You're right, Scott. You're right, Scott. That's on me.
Tony's done nothing that year. We don't even run the ball as Jake Ferguson go. Yeah, we feel you, D. We feel you.
I love him. I love him. It's just that's tough to beat, man.
That's a lot for year one. Yeah. Appreciate you, D. Good call. I just put you down platinum so we know it's you,
All
man.
right, man. I love you guys.
Yes, sir. Salute.
I didn't mean to put a wet blanket.
No. We just talking. But boy, that's a crazy year for Ferguson, dog. In this offense, oh man. 214. What's up? Who this?
What's up with it, baby? This A Hatch, man. One of Skywalker's day one of your days. 5 years. Mr. NWO bump. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you. A Hatch, what you got for us today, player?
Man, today I'm just tired of all these fakers. Don't say you with the Cowboys and you watching the Giants. I pray for you. Because you waste your time. You going to waste your time and waste your mind. You need to be listen to the real motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? The real round table.
Right.
I don't listen to the other round table. I listen to the round table.
There
you
you
feel
go.
me?
There you go.
So I'm going to tell y'all straight up. Are you Giants fans really thinking anything's going to happen? It's not. Defense going to shut you down. We talking about the offense today. I'm telling you right now, 7 TDs for Dak, 3 TDs for TP. We putting 52 up on them.
Oh.
I ain't playing. We putting 52 up on them.
That's 52.
And you know I work security at the stadium, right?
Okay. I definitely do.
So my main thing when I be working security, I try to see the first motherfucker on the field. And guess who it always be?
Cowboy fan.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, Dak, yeah.
Man, A-Hatch, let me tell you something, man. 52 points a lot, man, versus this playoff team, man. You know what I'm saying? With this Wink Martindale defense, man, that's a lot of points. 52 points.
No, man.
I
hate to do it to the B team, but we're going to have to do the B team like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
dog, you
we're
saying,
gonna have to do it. But I'm going to keep it short and keep it light, man. Y'all need to drop the likes, hit the subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, you're wasting your time. You hear me? If you ain't watching shows, you going to get behind, bro.
A-Hatch, that's a fantastic call, man. I just put you down platinum. Next time you call, we know it's you, man. Salute.
All right, y'all be easy, man. I see you live, Skywalker. You know how I do.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we ain't there this week.
Damn. Hey, man, he said Austin Rich is going to be in the game. He said the Cowboys going to put 52 points up on the Giants. What you think?
I love it.
I love it too, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, shouts out to him, though. 501, what's up? Who this?
This Bez out of Arkansas, man.
What's good with you? What you got for the show today?
I just wanted to call see how you felt about Luke Schoonmaker. That's about it.
I watched him in the preseason, and I think he had a very good blocking showing. He was blocking D ends, which is what we were seeing in college. I think this still going to be Jake's team. The depth chart came out today, and Hendershot was second. We'll see, but I think he was. I mean, it's a depth chart that's whatever. But I think Luke is probably gonna be involved more because of his blocking than Hendershot is gonna be as a receiver.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Schoonmaker. I like him as a blocker, but I don't like taking him in the second round. I don't feel like we needed to do that right there.
Hey, he here now. So
yeah, he here now.
Yeah. Appreciate you, my guy.
Yeah, but that's all.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I thought, man.
Yep. Good call, brother.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, and Hendershot, bro. I just want to make sure I'm not, we're not overhyping Hendershot, man. He had like what 15 catches last year, 16 or something like that. John Stevens was coming for Hendershot, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think on the depth chart that came out today, that's on all the social medias, you know what I'm saying? Hendershot is the second guy, but Luke's gonna see a lot more field time than Hendershot. It's gonna be interesting to see the routes run number or whatever. But and like a lot of our run game stuff and pass pro and chips to help the offensive line stuff, you would much rather Schoon be on the field than Hendershot. So we'll see how it goes. We got a platinum caller coming in. Adrian, what's up?
What's going on, Voch? How you doing?
What's good, my guy? Life good. I can't complain about nothing. You hear me? What you got for me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I honestly think when it comes to the tight end depth chart, I think honestly, it's not based upon who's going to be seeing the most catches, or probably who's the best blocker. Because I think right now Ferguson is going to be our best pass catching threat, and until Schoonmaker comes up to speed with the offense, since he had to sit out a good portion of camp, he's probably he probably knows how to block like anybody else.
Yeah.
But he's probably second, because that's probably the amount of he's probably going to see more blocking snaps than anything else for the run game.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. That's my point. You know what I'm saying? And this all happened when I saw it was a preseason game 3 versus the Raiders. I saw Tyree Wilson beat the shit out of Josh Ball. And then later in the game, I saw Luke hang in there with Tyree. Because they damn near the same size, you know what I'm saying? Luke huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually saw Luke in there banging and hanging in there with Tyree Wilson, the 6th overall pick. So I just think that the Cowboys are gonna find more value in Luke's blocking than they will Hendershot's receiving.
I just find it funny because I was looking through. I had some Raiders videos show up on my feed, and they were like, "Oh man, he played. Tyree Wilson smoked Josh Ball." It's like, yeah, we don't see Josh Ball being. He's our backup guy. Yeah, it's like you're happy about your 6th overall pick guy beating up on our 8th offensive lineman that probably isn't going to be here next year.
No, we don't.
Couldn't be.
No, we don't claim Josh Ball success or anything like that. We don't. But anyway, appreciate you though, Adrian. Good call.
Yes, sir.
Good call. We're gonna lock.
The conference has been locked.
There we go. Eddie called in. What's up, Eddie?
What up, Voch? What up, Mr. Steele?
What's good, King?
Hey, 2 quick questions for you, man. Well, actually, 1 comment and 1 question for you.
Yes, sir.
The first question for you is, other than maybe Dak, who on this team is indispensable? Like, we can't lose.
Cooper Rush did beat the Giants last year.
They're going to lose both of us. I don't think he's playing for the next couple of weeks.
Right.
So who on the Cowboys is indispensable other than Dak?
Micah Parsons.
You think because I think the deputy line is is deep, and we can probably withstand some without having him for too long.
Man, Micah Parsons finna wreck the shit out of all these offenses, bro. Nah, year 3, dog. Year 3, Micah's about to be so ridiculous. Like year 1 and 2, Micah was already one of the best pass rushers in the league. You know what I'm saying? Then he got better. I think year 3, Micah is like past best pass rush in the league now. I think he's like up there with like, oh, when we gotta play against Aaron Donald, we got to do this, or else he's gonna wreck the whole fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Or when we play against, I don't know, like pick a Bosa kid, pick a, you know what I'm saying? Like pick one of the best game wrecking defenders. Micah's in that conversation now. You know what I'm saying? It's please go on.
I'm gonna say, but here's what I'm saying though. I think that we can still go pretty damn far without Micah. If you lose Dak, you ain't going nowhere.
Sure, I agree. Well, shit. I mean, shit. You lost Dak last year. You won 4 games. I mean, as a team, you won 4 games. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I feel you, but I wouldn't want to lose 11. I think if you're gonna do great things in this, this year, it's going to be on the back of 11, just tearing shit up and making it easy for the rest of the guys on defense. I think the defense would be fine without 11, is what I'm saying, but it ain't gonna be like it is with 11.
I got you. And here's the thing. The second thing I was saying is I remember this time last year, we were talking about, how we were like, 20, 30 points better than the Eagles. Mm-hmm. And we were saying it all summer. And then somehow something happened with Mr. Hurt that he got good. I don't know what happened, but he got good. I don't know. I don't believe in Daniel Jones like that, but I still wouldn't put it past them to be a little bit better than what we give them credit for.
I ain't giving Daniel Jones credit for shit.
Hear what I said?
Where you see me giving Daniel Jones credit at? Yeah, you got to show me.
I think he's saying we're not giving him enough credit, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what I'm saying. We're not giving him enough credit. Like I think, the head coach knows what he's doing.
Why would I?
And I didn't think that Jalen Hurts was any good.
Why would I give Daniel Jones credit?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, me neither.
It's a little eerie, like how we went into last year, not knowing, how good a division rival was going to be.
Right, but why would I give Daniel Jones credit?
I give Dayball and Kafka credit. I mean, Daniel Jones has skills. Like, he can run around. He has a live arm and everything. But Mike Kafka and Dayball is what makes that offense go. And obviously Saquon.
Daniel Jones threw 15 touchdowns last year. What indicates to you that Daniel Jones is going to come out here and go crazy, or that he's being underrated?
I'm not. I'm just saying, keep one eye open. You don't know until you know. That's all.
I mean, we kind of know.
I mean, I feel you, but shit.
but don't we know?
Yeah, we know enough. All right, Ed, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks.
And look, to be fair, I'm seeing people on the internet say Daniel Jones better than Dak Prescott will still. So
they out. Where's
they
Law at?
exist.
Where's Law at? You must be out your rabbit ass mind.
They exist, Will still. You know what I mean? I can understand, like, if it's some people that may say some goofy shit, but like it's a lot of people that exist saying Daniel Jones better than Dak Prescott. I ain't here for it, dog. We got a couple of non-platinums, one more platinum. Allie, the Eagles fan, what's happening?
Hey, not too much. Just hanging out, listening to your show. I actually have a question for you guys more than saying something.
What's happening?
So I like your 11 personnel. I think that's your best set. But everybody that's winning a lot of games, Miami and San Francisco and all this shit, they're running a lot of 12 and 13, some 21, 22 personnel might be the new meta in a few years.
Yep.
What do you think? What are you guys going to do offensively, personnel-wise, that's different that can make some plays and be a little interesting on Sunday night?
We run that too.
I'm about to say we top 10 last year in that.
Yeah. I think you're gonna see a whole bunch of 12. I think that's what Luke is here for. Hell, there was actually a point. I think it was the Giants, or some other team. Like, we lined up in 13 and we kept that personnel group, but we kept changing the formation, but we kept the tight ends and CD and whoever was
there. Big plays out of 12 and 13 against the Giants.
For sure, 100%. So and then there's this idea, what me and Will have been talking about, and Allie, you've been tuning into the show. How the Cowboys are going to be using Deuce and Tony this year. Tony hasn't been used as an RB2. He's been used as like a running back 1B. Like, he'll be on the field with Tony sometimes. So I do think it's going to be a world to where we can run 21 with Tony and Deuce, but also Lipke made the team. So they're not just going to let Lipke make the team and not use Lipke. And Mike McCarthy said that we use the Lipke. So we're going to run 21 with Lipke and Tony also. So we run some 11, but we run a little bit of all the other shit too.
Nice. Cool.
Fantastic call, Allie. I am glad you didn't call with any Eagles nonsense, because I ain't talking about the Eagles till week 9. So appreciate you.
Sounds good.
Salute. Let's get into these other calls. We don't know who they are, but let's see if we can make them platinum. Let's see if we can make some new friends here. Will still 281. What's up? Who this?
Richard.
What's up, Richard? What you got for the show today?
I want to tell you first. Well, first of all, I've watched your videos for some time. I just want to tell you I appreciate those. I'm new to your show.
Okay, appreciate you.
Okay. I want you to help me understand how guys who cover the Cowboys for a living, I'm talking now about Dallas media, how they act like Dak Prescott is a guy who has to be protected. I'm not talking about pass protection. I'm talking about, you've got to play this vanilla, high efficiency, make sure he doesn't take chances.
Yeah.
This whole stuff I hear talked about all the time from guys who are supposed to know football. It just drives me crazy. They look at last year. They'll talk about Aaron Rodgers having an injury to his throwing hand. Well, our guy had an injury to his throwing hand. They don't pay any attention to the receiving core he had. Noah Brown started for us and now is running 4th for the Houston Texans.
Damn.
Dennis Houston started for us. He's on the practice squad somewhere. And when Pollard goes down in the San Francisco game, we got CeeDee and basically nothing else. And now they act like he's a turnover machine when he's been one of the most efficient guys ever during his career. I think we've got a top 5 guy, not a top 10 guy. And yet Dallas media treats him like he's a scrub. Can you help me understand that?
Well, Richard, first of all, I can't, because I don't know why they think the way they think. It could be a multitude of things. I think sometimes people have an opinion and they have that opinion publicly, and they won't change their opinion until, you know, something happens, right? Like they're just waiting for the day where Dak does something and it just kind of happens, right? Me and Will still pride ourselves on, you know, when we get new information, we change our mind all the time. There's also people that they understand what the engagement is like, pushing the doom and gloom narrative. You know, if you go to people's social medias or wherever they do content, they don't say any of the happy things about your quarterback, because saying bad things about your quarterback drives engagement. So there's a lot of people that's farming clicks and things of that nature. But my most favorite one, and this is my happiest, most favorite one. A lot of these people aren't football people, and they get their opinion from other people, you know. So they pass a lot of secondhand information along like it's theirs, and they'll give this information, but you can always catch them in the lie because they can't back up how they got to that conclusion. They'll just hit you with it just kind of is what it is. There's nothing that you could say about Dak Prescott. If you come on my show and you say, Voch, Dak got to beat the 49ers, I'll be like, that's fair. If you say, Voch, Dak got to get past division into the conference championship rounds, I'll say, that's fair. Dak got to get to a Super Bowl, Voch, I'll say, that's fair. But every other criticism that people have put on Dak Prescott, they can say he don't win games. Well, he's top 10 in wins. People can say, well, Dak don't win enough of the damn playoffs. Amongst active quarterbacks, Dak got one of the higher win percentages amongst quarterbacks, right? Playoff wise or whatever. If you say, well, Voch, Dak doesn't throw the ball deep. Dak, regardless of this offense running curls and shit, Dak got a high what it is, Will Steer, air travel number. That's air travel number. Air yards is up there with the best of them. Completed in the air with the best of them. Completion percentage, QBR, with the best of them. Just raw numbers with the best of them. And they'll change the argument. I can bring up numbers, which is why I love to ask people, what's your argument for what makes quarterback good? Because if you just say wins, it'll be Dak. If you say playoff wins, okay, Dak ain't got all them, but Dak better than some of these Justin Herberts that you out here naming. If I say, well, what if it's stats? They'll say, well, stats don't matter to me, Voch. Win matters. And then I'll back them in a hole like that. Dak has done everything but beat the 49ers and make it to the conference championship game. And if that's your standard, Dak has done that shit. Dak is on the same path as some of these other guys. So, I mean, you know, they could say it's about my quarterback because it's Cowboys and it's easy. But I agree with you. I think Dak a top 5 guy. I think Dak's a top 5 guy. And people can say, well, Voch, he don't always play like it. Neither does Pat Mahomes don't always play like a top 5 guy. But it's just that cowboy thing that happens when it comes to Dak Prescott. And why does this media group in particular, why do they go against the grain on that? Well, I think either financially they benefit from it or they got somebody over their head that's kind of pushing that. That's just my own thoughts. Will Steele, you got something different on that?
I'm done with this. I'm ready for him to just suit up, and I'm exhausted with this conversation.
I agree, Rich. I was just trying to kill time to get us to 422. Oh shit, Richard gone.
Richard said, I'm done with this shit too.
Snake, run Snake.
You want me to run Snake? You sure?
Run Snake, he go.
We're running one time for the one time.
Snake, are you okay? Snake?
Oh man. Shouts out to Rich. Rich was like, hell yeah! And threw the goddamn phone.
Broke that shit.
Broke that much. 970. What's up? Who this?
How about them Cowboys?
I got that right. What's good with you, buddy?
Hey, I'm a first-time caller, and I've talked to Skyler and
Skyler, yeah,
and the other guys out there too. But I've never called. I've always wanted to talk to you.
I agree,
I've
Sonny.
always wanted to, but something's always come up where I couldn't get to you. But I'm really happy. One thing I was listening on the call about the Giants. I don't think the Giants have beat us in 10. They haven't beat us.
No.
What are we, like 10-2?
2016,
and overall
Sonny.
record, we're like, what? We only lost 4 against them?
Yeah. 2016.
Yep.
And as far as Dak Prescott, even if he wins the Super Bowl, he'll still be the suckiest quarterback ever.
Yeah, I know, Sonny. Yeah.
It's just, I get so tired of that narrative bullshit
Me
stuff.
too, Tom. Yeah, I know.
Like you said, all this is clickbaiting,
Yeah,
But
I agree.
That's the problem when you're number one team in the country, got the most fan base of anybody. That's that's where they draw their income in from, like you said.
Yeah.
But hey, what do you think about Michael Parsons having
Sonny, let me tell you
30
something.
sacks this year?
Sonny, let me tell you something, Sonny. 22 sacks ain't shit. I'm with you, Sonny. 22.
Yeah. Right on. Lombardi. What do you think about 30 sacks this year? Is it possible or not?
Give it to him. Hell yeah, it's possible, Sonny. 2 sacks a game or something like that.
Tell him why it's possible.
Goddamn
Tell
right.
him why it's possible.
Because the offensive linemen in this league ain't good enough to deal with Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is the best, not even the best, one of the best football players in the league. You mean to tell me it's impossible to get 2 sacks a game? Maybe one game with 3 or 4 sacks. Some of these Adrian Claiborne, Chaz Green sacks. You mean Michael Parsons can do that? I don't think it's impossible to get 30 sacks, Sonny. Talking shit. I agree with you, son.
And if he is going to get that, he's got to do that in the next couple of years, right, before he starts losing his speed and stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
if that's going to be done.
Yeah. Look, Sonny.
Am I correct?
Sonny, you are 100% correct, Sonny. Look, you ain't lied not one time.
You know what? I know.
Yep.
Hey, I appreciate you. I don't know if you're bullshit or not, but you really believe it.
Look, Sonny, let me tell you something, man. Michael Parsons, not just pass rusher, not just defender. He's one of the best players in the league, Sonny. One of the best players in the league.
He is.
But listen, Sonny. I think he can do what J.J. Watt has done. I think he could do what Aaron Donald has done, right? But the difference, what separates Michael Parsons from those situations is that Michael Parsons got elite DBs behind him, and he's got great defensive end and D tackle help next to him, Sonny. Michael can get 30 sacks easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. And how come we're not hearing that from all these experts? I mean, how good the defense is.
Man, you know how that goes, Sonny.
Do they
Sonny.
not? I mean, these guys are professional players. I mean, even some of the ex-players who talk on some of these shows will not give us any credit.
Sonny, let me ask you a question.
Are they doing this?
Sonny, here's the path to do it, right? Here's the path to do it. Michael Parsons gets 24 sacks in the regular season, and then in the playoffs, he gets 2 sacks per game in the damn playoffs. Come on, Sonny. That's how we do it. That sounds easy.
Oh, yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's
well,
easy.
Hey, who's the last team that had co-MVPs in the Super Bowl?
Shit, I don't know.
Who was the only team that ever had that?
Shit, I don't know. Cowboys, wasn't
the Cowboys.
Yeah, goddamn right it was, Sonny. Shit, of course it was.
Wasn't it on defense?
Yeah.
Was it one offense and one defense?
Yeah.
Or was it 2 defensive players?
Yeah, I was like,
so it could very well be Dak Prescott and
born.
Micah share the MVP.
Shit, they better not, Sonny. Look, I'm going to jail if that's the case. I'm going to jail if Dak Prescott and Michael Parsons win the damn co-MVPs of the damn Super Bowl. Somebody had to buy my freedom from me. You feel me?
Yeah, and hey, what do you think this team could go undefeated this year, or are they not set to go undefeated?
Sonny, let me tell you something. Sonny, you can ask anybody in the chat right now. I say every year we going undefeated till somebody beat us. Hell yeah, we can go undefeated.
Well, I didn't think that, but this year I feel like we got enough. If our offense, now that one guy who called in and said, "What happens if we lose somebody?"
Right.
Now, if we lose some offensive linemen, that could really hurt us.
Yeah. It could.
I mean, that could be the one thing. It really could. You were thinking about we lost. We don't want to lose anybody as far as that goes.
Nah. But assuming we healthy though, Sonny, we can beat anybody assuming we healthy. 100%.
Well, yeah, and I believe we're going to beat the 49ers this year.
Oh, yeah, brother. Yeah,
I don't think the 49ers are going to be as good as everybody said. And who's your dark horse besides, not Cowboys, but who do you think the dark horse in the NFL, a team that everybody should be watching, is actually going to be pretty good this year, you think?
I think the Jags and the Lions are going to be low-key really good teams.
Yep. That's what I was going to say, the Jags.
Same shit. Yep.
The Eagles ain't going to do shit.
Hell nah, Sonny.
They're down there. They're going to be in the bottom.
Hell nah.
I think they're going to end up in last place in our division.
After Washington. Damn, after Washington.
Oh, I don't even like to fucking Philadelphia.
Eagles. Yeah, I feel you.
I don't even know the name of their players.
Me neither.
I just don't care. But hey, it was nice talking to you.
Yo, Sonny, this was
Bosh.
a fantastic this was a fantastic call. Next time you call in, I know it's you, son. I'm gonna run you straight to the front of the lines because you have good calls, Sonny. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, don't worry about it. Hey, I'm glad that you do agree with me about Michael Parsons being the best.
Yes, sir.
He's maybe not really get 30, but he'll get close to it.
Oh, he getting 30,
And I
Sonny.
think this year,
he getting 30.
what's the most sacks one player's ever had in one game?
And in one game,
One player.
shit, like 7.
Yeah.
Like 7 in a game.
But who was that player? Who did that?
Shit, like Strahan or
I
something.
know Derek Thomas did
Derek
it.
Thomas or something. Yeah, Derek Thomas. Yeah.
And what year was that in? Who did he do that against?
Shit, 80 something versus some dude. Yeah.
What was it, Denver? No, it was in
Now,
the 90s.
we'll do that against the
Hell yeah.
Giants. Open the season, huh?
Let me tell you something.
Michael Parsons wants to make a statement.
Yeah.
Be the greatest. He can make that statement on day one, first game, Sunday night game.
I tell you what almost happened though, Sonny.
I'd rather take the 30 sacks than 7.
Yeah, 30. Yeah. I tell you, you might need both, Sonny. Yo, Sonny, appreciate you, man. Good call.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I will say this. Mike getting 30 sacks. I will say this though, Will Steele. D-Law versus Evan Neal last year.
Oh my.
D-Law might be the one.
He might get 30 sacks in that game.
He might get 30 sacks versus Evan Neal. He might be the one. Shouts out to Sonny, man.
Sonny's calls are always very entertaining and full of optimism, and I love it.
I hear him on your show like, man, I can't wait to Sonny call my show, man, because I'm with him.
Sonny said, what's the sack record? I said, well, Sonny, it's 22 and a half, 23. He said, that's it?
He said that's it.
He gonna blow that one out the water.
The low-hanging fruit is he does kind of have some Macho Man Randy Savage in him.
He's got a lot in him.
But the funny part is, you remember, like later WCW Randy said when he came on, I was like, "What up, Mach?" Like if he answered the phone, "What up, Voch?" and I go back to him, "Ooh, yeah." Come on, man. Two more calls.
He got some post WCW Macho Man when he was shooting on Hogan.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right.
He pissed off.
Yeah. With old girl. 720. We got 2 more callers. 720. What's up? Who this?
What's going on? What's going on, Voch? What's going on, Will?
What's good with your player?
Man, I've been a fan of y'all for many years, man. Just want to get on here and finally add my name to the call.
All right, who this?
Just want to talk about the squad. How y'all feeling about who was it that just got hurt?
Sonny?
Tyler Smith?
Tyler Smith. Yeah, he all right. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
You said Sonny?
No, man, no. I say Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith. They said they don't have nothing to worry about.
Okay, so everything's good on that end. And once I get on here, I don't really know what to say, but
it's all good, bro. What you think about the Giants, man? What you think about Brandon Cooks? What you think about his addition to the team?
I think we're gonna beat the Giants like we always do, man.
Yeah.
We got a pretty good record when we played up in the opening season, so I'm sure we got that, but you never know.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks, I'm ready to see that, man, because when Dak was throwing it downfield, when we had multiple options in the slot and the wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, we was a pretty good squad. So I think we're gonna be good on that end.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Defense, I'm not worried about. Just really ready to see this offense get it going. What about Ronald Jones? You heard anything about him?
Nah, man. Don't worry about Ronald Jones, man. We got Rico and Deuce.
Okay. That's really about it, man. That's really all I gotta say.
All right, man. Appreciate it. What's your name again?
Blake, man. I got you on my work. I'm calling you on my work phone. I got you on my personal phone, looking at your the live stream. So
I got you, bro. You say Blake?
I think my name on here is Blake for King. Yeah, Blake for King.
I got you, Blake. Appreciate you, bro.
Is them allergies hitting you, Blake?
Huh?
Is them allergies hitting you, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm out here. I'm from California, but I'm out here in Texas, man.
Going through it.
Well, I know, boss. I be hooting.
I appreciate you, Blake. Good call, man.
I can't stand my allergies. I know. I feel them.
I don't get them. Glad I don't get them. 775. Who did?
Voch, what's going on, buddy? This is Mike from Las Vegas. I've called Skywalker before, but this is my first time calling your guys' show.
Mike from Vegas. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for supporting the show. What you got for us today?
Well, I just want to say that as bad as the offensive line was last year as far as their passing the win rate,
Mm-hmm.
the injury to Dak's hand and mainly Kellen Moore happened to overcompensate for Moore.
Mm-hmm.
I think that with the things in place this year, Dak can actually prove that he's the best quarterback in the NFC and maybe a top 3 quarterback in the whole NFL.
I love it. I love it. You ain't said nothing wrong to me yet. Plus this.
I mean, what you have to do with Kellen Moore there? I mean, the way he compensated and really just, I mean, yeah, as good as he was with that, I look how much better your boy Daniel Jones is. I'm saying just with Sable. So could you imagine if Dak actually has an offensive coordinator that helps him?
Yeah.
Man, I've been.
Yeah. You know, and if you go on social medias, right, Twitter, right, there are people uploading like Dak versus the Giants clips or whatever, and if you just watch, like it's all curls or they running verticals. That's all the hell we throw. Like, and I'm like, dog, and we were still beating the shit out of teams throwing curls and verticals. You know what I'm saying?
That Soul Glow offense.
Yeah.
She say Soul Glow.
Soul Glow offense. Just imagine what it's gonna be like, man. Like when we got some real play calling, but some real speed outside, man. Plus some real speed at running back or whatever.
You as an offensive lineman, look at for one, I'm more comfortable with the 2 rookies as being our backups than anything. But like what Sky said today with Tyler having a hamstring issue, would you? Well, really, my question was this: if Tyron gets hurt, would you be more comfortable sliding Tyler out and putting Bass in, or putting Allison Richards in tackle and leaving Tyler at guard?
I would rather my guards be powerful. I would rather my pocket be clean up front. So I would just put Austin at left tackle.
All right, my last question is that kid that plays for Deion Sanders, you think that he could play both positions in the NFL?
So Travis Hunter is going to be very interesting when we get around draft season. Let me tell you how interesting Travis Hunter is. He dropped all the easy receiver shit, but he caught all the difficult like cornerback interceptions.
He's going to be.
It was so strange to see. But I think his athletic profile, he can be both in college. But I think once he gets to the league, he's only going to be a corner. But the ball skills, he does have ball skills. His hands, you can talk about his hands being like, consistent or whatever. But his ball skills for cornerback he's going to be a ridiculous corner on the next level. He can play.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, you guys need to make that Deuce Here shirt. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Appreciate you, my guy. Mike from Vegas. I just put you down platinum. Next time you call in with OSU, man. Salute.
You guys have a good one.
Yes, sir. Great day.
Yeah. I've been trying to push that narrative for a while when it comes to coordinators helping your coordinator. Yeah. So long, man. You've seen it with Andy Reid, Alex Smith. You've seen it with McVay and Cat from Stafford. Although Stafford was good already, but that doesn't mean you can't be better from a coordinator. You see it with Dayball and Josh Allen, Dayball, and now Walmart Josh Allen. So you know what I'm saying? It matters. Coaching absolutely matters, man. And I think Ford was carrying Kellen, not the other way around. And I think McCarthy will help Dak. And if you want to say carry, I don't give a damn. But I think it'll help. They'll help each other out here.
I think a similar situation can be like, look at what Shanahan and Purdy
Shanahan and everybody. Shit.
Right. So when we watched the playoff game last year, Dan Quinn kind of dealt with Shanahan's little nonsense or whatever. So when it was time for Purdy to just play quarterback, he didn't look like the same dude that was winning the last 9 or 8 games or whatever. I think the same thing can happen here. If Dan can neutralize Dayball shit and Daniel Jones just got to play, good luck to you, bro. Which gives more props to Dak because a lot of people shut down Kellen shit, and Dak had to play quarterback through that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a fantastic season. I can't wait to just talk my shit at the end of it, man. Supers, by the way. Today's the 5th. Sam dropped a deuce in super chat. Says Chuma at swing tackle on the depth chart. Yikes. What else we gonna do? Now, in my own personal opinion, I think if the veteran and the rookie or the young player is close, then just throw the young player in the fire. That's my own thought process or whatever. But the Cowboys want to go with Chuma, then fine. I just think that it's telling that the Cowboys don't want Chuma to have nothing to do with the guard position anymore. It's just all tackle for Chuma at this point. So it is what it is. Appreciate you, Sam. Guillotine 06 dropped a deuce and says he sound like a manager from the major league. Talking about my man from Vegas. Mark from Vegas. Appreciate you, Guillotine. That was a good one. And on the Voch side, what's up, y'all? Also, too, chat, I got a weekly show on Bleacher Report coming up. I'm going to be a part of a panel every Wednesday. They time's worse than mine, so it's going to be somewhere between 11 Central to 1 to 2 Central. It's going to be anywhere up in there. But it's going to be streaming on the Bleacher Report app. So me and 3 other creators from different teams are going to be coming together doing an NFL show. We're going to be doing predictions every week. Tap in. We need them numbers. Common Sense Lab dropped a 5 and says, what is that? The Giants have no chance with
bigger dish.
We added to the team this year. Scotty is a
bigger dish
to Dak. Appreciate you, Zach.
Not to mention Scott, jeez. Brian Schottenheimer. Having him in that room too. Yeah, so I'm excited about it. I think it'll be a nice little mix of. Remember when? Never mind. I ain't even gonna go there. But I just like the addition. Go ahead.
Does it seem like Schottenheimer is gonna be better with his assistant coaches than Kellen was, and much more direct and much more painting the picture of the entire vision than Kellen Moore was?
Don't it just seem like Kellen just when he walked by his assistants, he had to just put his head down. You know what I mean?
Oh, what's up, guys?
Put his head down.
You know what I mean? Schottenheimer walked chest up. You know what I mean? Kellen walked head down. Yeah.
Skip P said, "Hey Zeke, get in there." And Kellen like, but wait, we want to keep Tony. Hey, it's my turn. All right, Skip. Yeah, let's see Shotty. Let's see you try to do that with Shotty or Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, man, Shotty not having it. Shotty a squab y'all motherfuckers.
Shotty be in that mother.
Yeah. All right, Will Steele. Guess who dropped $5 and says expect Dak to begin his MVP case versus the Giants. 5,000 passing yards and 50 passing touchdowns. 14.
Let me guess. It's tough. Kenneth Flat.
You got goddamn right. It's Kenneth Flat. Appreciate you, Kenny. Dropping you 5. King Woods React dropped the dime and says we're about to smack them Giants. Yeah. Hey, squabbling Sunday night, baby. Yeah, thank you. Adrian Lindsay dropped the 5 says 2024 might be the Stevenson and Luke. 2024 might be Stevenson and Luke. John Stevens, okay, cool. Might be John Stevens and Luke Schoonmaker and Tony and Deuce in 2024. Will, you think Ferguson and Peyton gonna be gone in 2024?
Not Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson got a couple more years. Hendershot might be gone.
Yeah, Hendershot's a different story.
Yeah, but Ferg will be around. And I do think what's his face will be around. John Stevens will be around. So and the kitchen chief dropped a 5 and says if Dak wins the chip, national media would lose 70% of their Cowboys content. That's actually false. They'll have everything to talk about. They'll have a reason to actually talk about that now. Like
if what happens?
If the Cowboys win the bowl, then national media is gonna talk about the Cowboys all year because now they finally got a reason to talk Cowboys now.
They'll just push the narrative to, well, the Cowboys can't win too.
Was Dak carried to this Super Bowl?
Yep.
Like this?
Yep. Should they re-sign him or just go with Trey? Like that whole, they'll find a way. They'll find something.
When in real life, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is Dak is a Hall of Famer, and so is Mike McCarthy. You know me, Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl with 2 different teams.
Honestly, I'm not even going to be able to hear all that nonsense because
I'm gonna go crazy.
I'm going nuts
after the bowl. All right. Cerebral Assassin dropped 5 and says no less than 3 shutouts this year. Sky and Voch. 3 shutouts on the defense. Yeah, I can see it. It's gonna be tough, but
of course,
our defense, though.
These nuts drops in here, and he talks about how Lance is just one of the quarterbacks that'll compete for QB1. Dak is gone. Just last week, this fool was talking about how Lance has nothing to do with Dak. Y'all need to make up y'all mind. I want to see you front and center if we do the damn thing this year.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Adrian dropped the deuce and says Hunter upkeep. Like Hunter lip keep, like upkeep. Gotcha. Appreciate you, Adrian. Good call, man. Good
call.
Good call. Adrian called in. Good super. Oh man, it's always a good day, man. It's always a good day, man. Fantastic. What we got? If not, let me start thinking of my rap quote. Never mind. We got it. Here we go. Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, that's me, Sky, and Wink Martindale today. At the volume, why do I move the way I move? Because I'd rather hustle in silence and let my success make the noise. Hold on. At the volume, why do I move the way I move? Because I'd rather hustle in silence and let my success make the noise. Stay dangerous in your faith because lions sleep outside. Hold this LUNLV. Lions sleep outside. Young goat, young lion, young pimp. Appreciate you, sir. I missed one on the Vice side where y'all be sending supers as we wrapping up. I appreciate you, Marcus. What I miss? Cerebral assassin. No, I didn't. I missed it. On the volume side. Okay, well, let's go back to the volume side because volume side. And Brother L dropped
Brother L's, yeah.
Brother L dropped the deuce says 2024 studio or studio 2024. That's it. That's all. Hashtag here we go.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that. Dog, man, I just get so much confidence from Dak when he say that, man. Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, well, here we go. All right.
He had them saying it too.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other quarterbacks, Will Greer and Cooper Rush.
Oh, that's dope. That's fire. I be in front of the TV saying it sometime too, but y'all ain't got to know that. Fantastic show today, man. Lovely. Love y'all to pieces. Y'all came through. Y'all come through like always. And hey, man, we just see it. Will still slowly but surely. These numbers just getting a little bit higher on the regular shows. You know what I'm saying? Once upon a time, the regular shows would be at a certain number, but I expect us to regularly just hit 1,000 on a regular day. That'll be brand new. That'll be some dopeness. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all for being here. Be sure to hit all the buttons for the volume, all the social media pages, the Volume Sports. Y'all were incredible to go check out the Live Moves conversation. Don't want to call it a debate. That ain't what it was, but the Live Moves conversation that we had. Go over there and check that out some more. Like I said, we're going to be on Bleach Report a bunch, so be sure to check out your Bleach Report app in the Cowboys section. You'll be seeing some of my content up there. VOCHLOMBARD on all platforms and Patreon. We got film coming. Of course, when we play the Giants, we'll have Giants film. And also, I'm just going to take the initiative to try to be a better content dude for y'all and all the eyes that we're going to have on us. Because I always tell people, Will still, always, when you're having these shows, perform like you like somebody important is watching.
Yeah.
Always have your best show. Always be on the ball. Always be ready because you never know who's watching, And I think I'm still trying to grow to a new level as content guy and especially as draft guy because you never know who's watching. So I'm going to get started on my draft prep early. I normally wait until January, February, Cowboys, lose whenever, and then I'll start getting into draft prep and everybody's asking draft questions. I'll be like, I don't know. I'll tell you when I get there. Well, that was cute when the channel was small. You know what I'm saying? When the channel was small, that's just, that's fine. That's whatever. But, you just never know who I'm going to share a platform with and what question just may stumble upon me. I want to be ready to answer y'all's questions. When y'all have something for me, I want to have something to give back to you. So I'm going to start my draft prep when we start regular season prep, So that's going to be in Patreon also. We're going to be starting draft stuff. So tap in patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. And then there's Twitch. We're going to get back into Twitch also, twitch.tv/Voch. A to Z Dallas on YouTube. 8:30 to 10:30 in the morning. Check out my guy Skywalker. Still, he does some fantastic work. He is the prelude to my show, and we bounce ideas off of each other. You can't watch one show without the other. Don't miss that show neither. A to Z Dallas on YouTube, 8:30 to 10:30, and Skywalker Steele, Steele on social media. Appreciate you. For the rest of y'all hooligans, man, y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. But we're gonna be off Thursday, so don't look for us Thursday because we're gonna go crazy next week. Y'all hold down for the Dose Squads and Peace Squeeze. Till next time. Volume.
Beats Planet.
Are you not entertained?
Kyle said all year draft guy Voch.
Already.
Voch's draft place is going to be a big edition.
Oh, that's a